Patrick Mahomes has never been quiet about his talent. From his very first snap as a rookie to the game he played last season, he has made a habit of doing things on a football field that make people stop and stare. Left-handed throws that should not work but somehow do. No-look passes that land perfectly in a receiver's hands as if he had eyes in the back of his head. Scrambles where 3 defenders should have brought him down but instead end with him spinning into the end zone untouched. This is simply what Mahomes does, and after all these years, the league still has not figured out how to stop being amazed by him. But there is one player who had somehow never witnessed that magic up close until very recently, and once he did, he could not stop talking about it. Washington Commanders quarterback Jayden Daniels had heard about Mahomes his whole career, watched clips like everyone else, and understood on paper just how special the Chiefs quarterback is. Understanding it from a screen and seeing it live from the sideline, though, are 2 completely different experiences. That difference became very clear during the newest season of Netflix's hit docuseries Quarterback, where Daniels is one of the central figures being followed this time around. Here is the backstory. Early in the 2025 season, the Commanders traveled to Arrowhead Stadium to take on the Chiefs on Monday Night Football. Daniels was dealing with an injury at the time and could not suit up, but he still made the trip and stood on the sideline the entire night, close enough to see everything unfold in real time. What he witnessed left an impression that clearly stuck with him, because the cameras caught him mic'd up, reacting in real time to everything Mahomes was doing on the other side of the ball. Time after time, Mahomes marched the Chiefs' offense down the field, and time after time, Daniels could be seen shaking his head in disbelief, laughing, and openly admitting how good the performance in front of him truly was. It is one thing to hear commentators praise Mahomes on a broadcast. It is another thing entirely to watch a fellow franchise quarterback, one who is regarded as a rising star in his own right, react with genuine astonishment on the sideline. After the game, Daniels did not hold back when reporters asked him about what he had just seen. He kept his comments simple and direct, which somehow made them land even harder. He said he simply respects great quarterback play, calling it an art form, and made a point of saying there was no exaggeration in what he was about to say next. He then stated plainly that Mahomes is just good at football, a short, almost understated line that captured exactly how much admiration he had for what he had just watched. It is worth remembering who is saying this. Jayden Daniels is not some random observer with no frame of reference. He won the Heisman Trophy during his time at LSU, was selected 2nd overall in the 2024 NFL Draft, and in his very first season as a professional, he led the Commanders all the way to the NFC Championship game. This is a player many analysts already view as a potential cornerstone of the league for the next decade. For someone with that kind of pedigree and that kind of rookie season to react the way he did on the Arrowhead sideline says a great deal about just how far above the norm Mahomes' level of play really is. There is also something a little bittersweet about the whole situation. Given how well both quarterbacks have played early in their careers, fans were understandably excited about the idea of watching Daniels and Mahomes face off directly on a Monday night stage. Instead, because of the injury, Daniels was forced to watch from the sideline rather than compete on the field himself. The matchup fans hoped for simply never happened that night. In his absence, the Chiefs took full control of the game, cruising to a 28-7 victory in what turned out to be one of their most complete performances of that entire season. Still, even though the head-to-head showdown did not happen, the moment gave us something else worth talking about. It gave us a glimpse of one of the league's brightest young stars publicly and sincerely giving credit to one of its all-time greats, with no hesitation and no need to downplay it. In a league where trash talk and rivalry often dominate the headlines, there was something refreshing about watching Daniels react like a fan in that moment, rather than a competitor trying to protect his own reputation. This is far from the first time opposing players have openly admired Mahomes' skill set, but the context here made it stand out. This was not a veteran talking about a young phenom from a distance. This was a rising star, already accomplished in his own right, standing feet away from the action, seeing every throw, every scramble, and every improvised play up close, and coming away visibly stunned. That kind of reaction from a peer carries a different weight than praise from commentators or fans watching at home. The Quarterback series has built its reputation on capturing these unscripted, honest moments, the ones that never make it into post-game press conferences. Catching Daniels in real time, mic'd up and reacting almost involuntarily to what Mahomes was doing, is exactly the kind of scene that makes the show worth watching. It reminds viewers that even the players competing at the highest level of the sport are still capable of watching a truly special performance and reacting the same way anyone else would, with pure amazement. At this point in his career, Mahomes has been putting on these kinds of performances for years, and the list of players, coaches, and analysts who have expressed genuine amazement at what he can do keeps growing. Now you can add Jayden Daniels to that long list, a young quarterback with all the talent in the world, standing on a sideline unable to play, but still finding himself completely captivated by what Patrick Mahomes is capable of on a football field. And honestly, judging by the reaction, it is hard to blame him one bit.